Hello dear students, welcome back to this session. In this session, we will talk about creating and saving a table in Microsoft Access database. So let me open Microsoft Access database file, right? So I'll open my documents and let me open class 8db. It is here only, you can see class 8db. So otherwise you can create a database and you can create a table. So database has been now opened. You can see it is fully empty. There is no any object in the database. Now in order to create and save the table, the first step is click on the create tab. It is here only. After the home tab, create tab is there. Click the create tab, and after clicking on create tab, there is a tables group. Very first group is there, tables group, and in these different options, just select the first option, that is table. Okay, so click on that table, create tab, and then table. Now table 1 table has been created. Okay, now you have to save this table. How to save this table? Just click on the save button. It is here only, you can see in the quick access toolbar, it is there, save button. Otherwise you can click on this office button and you can click on save as option, right? So I will select this button. So it is asking me the table name. You can give any table name that you want. Okay, you can give any table name. By default it is table 1, so you can change it to the name that you want. So I will give the name to the table as student details. Student details, details. So in that way I have given the name. After giving the name to the table, just click on the OK button, right? So I'll click on the OK button. Now observe, the name to the table has been changed to the student name. Okay, or student details. Table name is student details. Now you can add as many fields as you want. So first field is ID. Next field you can add such as student ID, or you can add student name, student underscore name. Next field, if you want, you can add class, and next field as phone number, phone underscore no. So this is the way to create the fields. Field means a single column heading to the table is called as field. ID is a field, student name is a field, class is a field, and phone number is a field. So totally there are 4 fields in this table. Getting my point? So let me fill the data. How to fill the data? It is very easy. That part we will see later. Okay, now you have learned how to save the table, how to create a table, okay, and how to create the fields in a table. We have created 4 fields. One field was already there, ID. We have created student name, class, and phone number, right? Now we will see the rules for naming the fields. There are 4 fields, correct? ID, student name, class, and phone number. But what are the different rules for creating these fields are given in the menu. It is given actually. So first rule is the field name should not be more than 64 characters. What does it mean? This student name, how many letters are there? Just count the letters. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so 12 letters are there. It can be 64, up to 64 you can give the field name. But if you are giving the field name and the letters are more than 64, then it will not accept. So the field name should be it should not be more than 64 characters. Remember this point. Second rule is the field name can include lowercase, uppercase, or mixed case letters, numbers, and underscore. So you can insert uppercase letters, lowercase letters, or you can also include the numbers, and underscore also is allowed. For example, you can write, I'll give you one example, address. Okay, address a small, okay, address everything is small. Now of is capital, underscore is allowed, so I am giving underscore, address of 123. Okay, so this is valid, it is valid because it is containing lowercase letters. You can see address is written in lowercase, right? Of is written in uppercase, and these are the numbers, so numbers lowercase uppercase, these are allowed. And also underscore is allowed, this is called as the underscore, this small hyphen. Okay, this small hyphen is called as the underscore, this is called as the underscore, right? This small hyphen at the bottom, it is underscore. Getting my point? Now, third point or third rule is it cannot have a period, exclamation mark, a square bracket. So you cannot include dot. Now let me give some name. For example, name dot abc. Now let us check whether it is valid or not. I'm clicking over here. It is giving me the error message. The field name is not valid. It means dot or period is not valid. I have given a dot over here, name and dot. So it is not valid. Exclamatory mark is also not valid. Let me check that. Exclaim, and then let me give the mark, exclamatory mark, and let me zoom in and show you. You can see exclaim, and I have given the exclamatory mark, so it is not allowed. So let me check that. Let me click somewhere over here. Now you can also see this, the same message, the field name is not valid because exclamatory mark is not allowed while writing. So what is allowed? Lowercase letters, uppercase letters, underscore and numbers, right? Period, exclamatory mark, square brackets are also not allowed. So let us check that, square bracket, and let me click over here. So field name is not valid, same error message is prompting on the screen. So close this message. So you have understood the three rules. Fourth rule is it cannot start with a blank space. Blank spaces are allowed, but you cannot start with the blank space. What does it mean? It means you can write book space name. Okay, one field is there, book name. You can write like this, it is allowed, but you cannot write like this, spaces and then book name. It is not allowed, right? So you have already filled the name, book name. So basically you cannot start with the blank space. This is the fourth rule. Understood? So that's it for today's session. In case of any queries, difficulties or doubts, feel free to ask me. Thank you very much. Bye and take care.